When starting a business, you must understand one thing: time is the true measure of a company's value. Money is just a byproduct. Valuation is not the same as market value, and market value is even less equal to real value. New consumer brands have been a hot topic over the past 2 years, but if we look at the so-called top 100 new consumer unicorns, probably 80% of them don't live up to their reputation. A lot of people might not like hearing this, but honest advice is often hard to take, and reality is harsh. Personally, I still have a lot of confidence in the development of new consumer brands. The key is to set things right and start doing the right things again. China's massive economic scale and size advantage won't change, and the household savings rate is as high as 18%. Adjustments to the economic structure are also underway, gradually shifting from infrastructure and finance to focusing more on domestic demand. Consumption has already become the core engine driving economic development. The coming years will be a super era for the rise of China's consumer service industry and a golden period for the birth of China's super consumer brands. Starting with the end in mind, good companies definitely won't disappear quickly. As Luo Peng once said, every consumer product is worth being reinvented. What I really want to ask is, how many people actually know how to do it? It's really easy to talk about concepts, but very few people can actually execute them. Take the restaurant industry as an example. There are really only two types of companies. The first type is traditional restaurants, and the second type is what we call modern branded restaurants. Modernization is the key here. For example, companies we've invested in like Dumping Special Drink and Country-Style Cooking are both traditional national enterprises. They've poured tremendous effort into their supply chains, digital operations, and brand building, constantly refreshing, iterating, and improving. They're all excellent examples. Also, why did a company like Haidilao emerge? As the first standardized and modernized company in Chinese cuisine, it really stands out. A lot of companies haven't really thought deeply about this. Among all the world's cuisines, Chinese, Japanese, French, German, Southeast Asian, and so on, only American fast food chains have truly succeeded on a global scale. A large number of global companies represented by McDonald's, KFC, and Starbucks have tremendous influence, crossing boundaries of race, culture, religion, and language. Everyone knows that American fast food actually doesn't taste very good. It's even considered junk food. But why are they able to open locations all over the world? They can open in America and Asia, and also in Africa and the Middle East. The real reason is the advancement of management science. And yet, the common sense around us is often overlooked. I investigate over 100 companies a year and meet many entrepreneurs. Everyone is willing to spend time on marketing, positioning, traffic, and ROI, but when it comes to things beneath the surface, like strategic capability, product strength, brand power, channel strength, and supply chain capability, people are very impatient. What does this show? It shows that many entrepreneurs just go with the flow, doing whatever seems right at the moment, instead of building their companies with the end goal in mind. What kind of company do you really want to become? What kind of corporate culture do you want to develop? What kind of brand do you want to build? Are you building a brand, or are you just trying to make money? The principle is actually very simple. It's just common sense. But a lot of companies don't think about this question, so at the core, we still need to clearly distinguish between running a business and building a lasting enterprise. Every entrepreneur needs to be clear about their original intention when they set out. A company should design its brand, products, and channels with the end goal in mind. Respecting the market requires patience. A truly great company can never be built overnight. It's just like human growth, from infancy to youth, to adulthood, to old age, everything in the world is subject to the laws of nature. There's never been a Sun Wukong who just sprang out of a rock fully formed. A company's core competitiveness and structural moat take time to build. They require hard work and perseverance. But nowadays, everyone is chasing speed, trying to prove how impressive they are, all in a rush to capitalize, and no one is focused on creating long-term value for their company. In reality, when it comes to the rules of the capital game, it's very hard for founders to cash out. No matter how many funding rounds you go through, if you can't eventually come up with an impressive business model and earn the profits you should, you won't reach the finish line you're aiming for. Whether you choose to be an entrepreneur or a business person, both are good options, but we need to put ourselves in the right position. A lot of people mistake doing business for building a career, which leads to having small minds but big ambitions, and that brings a lot of pressure. Entrepreneurs are actually a very small group that is extremely hard to cultivate. Lifelong learning, maintaining a high level of patience, and self-discipline, having these fundamental qualities, and being willing to endure hardship, only then can you finally reap the rewards after all the struggles. This kind of group acts as the ballast, and the trailblazers in social life and economic development. Everyone should still have confidence in consumption. Brands need time to grow and mature. In fact, every step you take counts, and every effort you make will be noticed by the market. A good product speaks for itself, so we are also willing to support outstanding Chinese entrepreneurs and join everyone in creating a wave of Chinese national brands in this era.